Communication is a very important skill. It's something we must have in our lives in personal and professional development. Today I'm going to teach you some of the basics in the art of communications. Hi, I'm Jimi Hendrick, and this episode is called The Art of Communication on Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Did you know that there are success patterns to help you receive more, to help you live a better and an extraordinary life right now? Well, I'm Jimi Hendrick. I am a success, confidence, and thrive coach. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And if you come with me, I will show you these success patterns. Let's go. Okay, we are kind of taking a little adventure of sorts, but kind of a short one. We're talking about, this is kind of an aside, okay? Some of these have been, but we're talking about the art of communication. Now, communications is so multifaceted. I studied it briefly in a stint at University of Texas Permian Basin, and communications is so multifaceted. Because it starts out, first with intrapersonal communications, how we communicate with ourselves, to interpersonal communications, communication between maybe two people, and then small group, and then eventually, public communication, and mass communication, and online communications. So, as a person that believes that, I believe this, okay, learning communication skills is essential for your personal and professional development. And as a guy that aspires to that, as well as I'm also considering a career in public affairs based on the education I received, plus ongoing education, which I plan on getting myself. Some people tell me, good friends of mine, Jimmy, why don't you go away for some training, go back to school or whatever. But I also have people like my brother-in-law is kind of like, use your common sense. Get the training you need right here in the comfort of your own home. And so I think of one thing that is a miracle to that. And we're going to be talking about this. Toastmasters. Pathways. Let me tell you something. Toastmasters International is a perfect place for you to learn to hone in on your communication skills. You'll have a variety of communications techniques. There's a whole plethora of paths available to you to learn these skills and leadership skills. So that you know. I mean, guys, to be honest with you, communications is so important. Yesterday, I was talking to, the episode before this, I was talking about a faux pas that I made where I put in my best friend's, an episode from my best friend's podcast into Empower Your Pattern 2.0. Well, he and I were talking, and he said, Jimmy, I've been wondering something. He said, suppose you and I was to get asked about a controversial issue and we don't really want to talk about it. And he said, what do you do? I said, well, it goes back to what I learned in my journalism studies, communications law, reporting. You just simply say, I respectfully decline to comment. See, communication is very important on how you carry yourself, how you word yourself. Now, like your public communication, that's where you can talk for 20, 40, even an hour. But decent keynote, a platform speech. Mass communications, however, listen closely. Plain truth here. Mass communications has to be brief, okay? Mass communications, and I think this is really and truthfully, I do some talks, in the personal development about the intrapersonal dialogue, but I focus a little bit more on public and mass because those seem to be my specialty. Okay, those seem to be my specialty, and so we deal with it that way. We deal with it that way so that you guys get the best quality. The art of communications is masterable if you're willing to go to the right places and get the right tools to get it. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the Empower Your Pattern family. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next... Who's still got a while? Excuse me, guys. A little faux pas there. The art of communications is masterable. But you gotta know what the right tools are. You gotta know where to go. Even the Bible. The Bible has verses, in particular in the King James, where it talks about the art of communication and what type of communication that we are to have. Okay, maybe that will be an episode in on itself, and at some point we'll get back to it. But I'm hoping that you enjoy what you're hearing today. Here we go. Now I hope you enjoy listening to Empower Your Pattern 2.0. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a citizen of Pattern Realm. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time. Don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so that you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. Have a blessed day.